At least 40 protesters from Just Stop Oil have been arrested after the group descended on Whitehall. Video from the scene shows protesters along Whitehall disrupting traffic near the cenotaph. Well, Just Stop Oil say they were not targeting the cenotaph, as a number of politicians have condemned the protesters' action. Well, Ivor Bennett is in central London along Whitehall at the cenotaph and joins us now live. So, Ivor, can we clear this up, whether or not Just Stop Oil were actually targeting the cenotaph or not?
Yeah, hi, Kamali. We can clear it up because in the last kind of half an hour or so, the Metropolitan Police has put out a statement kind of clarifying events, and they say that they made around 100 arrests, so it's a lot more than 40 now. They've updated their own figure to say around 100 arrests were made by officers during what they call another day of disruption by Just Stop Oil, and they clarify that there were no offences linked to the cenotaph and that no protester glued themselves to the road. So despite what some on social media, politicians from Labour and the Conservatives have claimed on social media, Just Stop Oil activists, I think it's pretty clear, were not targeting the cenotaph earlier. What happened was that at around midday, around 100 activists staged a slow march along Whitehall here, which runs past Downing Street, of course, going from Trafalgar Square to Parliament Square. They brought traffic to a standstill. Police came in, made arrests, moved people off the road, including some to this central kind of island where the cenotaph is located and where we're standing. And that's when some demonstrators were photographed lying on the ground along the base of the cenotaph, prompting those accusations and criticism online. Yvette Cooper, the Home Secretary, the Labour London Mayor Sadiq Khan and the Conservative Party Chairman Lee Anderson all tweeting or writing on the platform known as X now, formerly Twitter, that Just Stop Oil were targeting the cenotaph. Lee Anderson, the Tory MP, saying that they had glued themselves to the cenotaph. Just Stop Oil hit back on social media saying that's not the case, and now the Met seems to have backed that up. They just say that their demonstrators were moved here by the police in the process of their arrest. But look, I think whatever happened, I think the reaction to what happened here really highlights just how sensitive an area this has become in the context of Armistice Day and what's going to happen regarding protests on that day, because it follows the Metropolitan Police mulling whether or not to ban outright a protest held by a pro-Palestinian group on Saturday, a group called the Palestine Solidarity Campaign. They want to hold a march through London, as they have done for the last 4 Saturdays in a row, calling for an end to Israel's bombing of Gaza. They've already said they're not going to go anywhere near the cenotaph, and they've said that their march will start around 2 hours after the minute silence so as not to disrupt any events on Remembrance Day. But even so, even planning that demonstration, that has attracted a lot of criticism, including from the Prime Minister, Rishi Sunak, who last week called the plans disrespectful and provocative. He backed that up today by saying that the police have his total and absolute backing to stop any criminality regarding that protest. I think it would be hugely controversial if the Met does decide to ban it outright, but we do know police leads have been meeting the Home Secretary today. They're also in discussions with the organisers of the protest, so expect an update of some form at some point today about which way they're leaning on how to deal with this protest. And I think whatever they say will provoke some debate, I think, as the events here with Just Stop Oil has shown that this area and this location, and the cenotaph in particular, is a very politically charged issue right now.
It certainly is. All right, Ivor, thank you for clearing that up. Ivor Bennett there.